Hello! It is I, Honey Hachiman. I am back, and I have been busy doing a few things to make the stream better. Anyways, let's stop waving my hands real fast here because I can. So, how have you all been doing? I'm looking at you specifically. You, Honey Hachiman. Let's point those fingers. Point them. Oh man, that's good. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Good enough. Anyway, it's been a fun day. Been on YouTube and on the web in general, just trying to work some things out, learn to make things work at a single button press, so that's pretty good. Can be toggling through my scenes real fast here, like yeah, so that's pretty good. So what's been going on? So, you can see the beach behind me. I have somehow escaped the problems with winter to get on my own summer getaway. So that's going to be pretty great. I like it a lot. And nobody's going to stop me. I don't care that if you go outside my door, it is winter. In here, it is summer. And what are we going to do on the summer? Like, are we going to eat ice cream, go swimming, play with my squirt gun? Let's go with that. Nope, wrong thing. Let's, yeah, that one. There we go, and we'll also stop squinting my eyes like an idiot. So, what else are you going to get in the summertime? From me, you're going to get the squirt gun. Oh yeah. It's pretty good. I also got to go to a food truck yesterday where I got to have some really excellent birria quesadillas. They are definitely like really unhealthy, but they're stuffed with like onions, cilantro, of course the slow cooked beef, and has like a variety of sauces to go with it. And altogether, probably one of the like you can still get that for close to the price of like a full price fast food meal. And I can't think of like a much better way to finish off the work week. Yeah, and I was going to turn on the camera yesterday, but Dr. Nova ran long. They were doing their first ever Nuzlocke, and it was Pokemon Leaf Green, and I think that the only Pokemon she lost getting past the first gym was her Mankey, sadly to say. But proud of her. She was like a overdoting mother and running to the Pokemon Center every battle or two, and really adorable to see. I've done a few Nuzlocks myself. Never on camera, never for anybody's satisfaction but my own. And I really do really enjoy like item randomizations and Pokemon randomizations. And even once, definitely didn't finish it, but I went the fully degenerate randomizer, which is that Pokemon evolutions, movesets, and types are all randomized. So what you see is not what you get, and that no online guides are going to help you. That is one that you're actually like looking at your Pokedex in game, or at least learning as you go what is what. But that one's pretty intense. I'm not sure that I would do that again unless it was like a punishment of some kind. Not that I want to give you all ideas, okay? No ideas. Ideas, bad. Bad to have ideas. Yeah, but otherwise, like, the weather broke enough for me to get outside and take a walk, and got to listen to some different music, just like see if I want to switch out my BGMs anywhere. But yeah, so far, like, you could do really well with royalty-free music. I rather like it. Yeah, and so far I'm just like picking songs I like, and I may pull out a GarageBand or something and just try to make them a little more looping friendly. But as is, I'm pretty happy. And I did get to learn a little bit about doing toggles and stuff. It's pretty cool. I also did some stuff for chat interaction for YouTube, and I don't think I have it quite ready yet. So I was just like thinking for kicks, what would be like thematically appropriate video games that we could do right now that would be like a 100% bad idea. So, without further ado, we are going to be playing Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. No shot. Like, I may have the water gun and everything, but, I'm not a bounty ninja, and I'm also not stripping my clothes, so... Oh, by the way, speaking of swimsuits, do you like mine? Looks pretty good. Yeah? You like it? Yeah. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is that I do have a gun, and I do have a pool ring, but other than that, I have no accessories. So, now I'm ready, really ready to go swimming. So, without further ado, we are going to be playing Honey Pop 2 Double Date. No. Just, further ideas. I could do you one better, though. I don't know, maybe less nudity, but more creepy. Dead or Alive Extreme 3 Fortune. Yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah. No, like, I got to play around a little more with Vroid Studio, and of course with Warudo. Got to set up some shortcuts. Turns out that I can not be looking at Warudo and still switch my scenes around, like so. Let's see. So I've seen other 3D streamers do it, that they're a little faster with the transitions there, like that they'll do something where it's like a bunch of plushies falling across the front of the screen, and by the time it finishes, they've switched. Now that might be with the live 2D, and it might be easier to transition that way. The only other thing I can think of is having multiple instances of Warudo open, which I don't know if you can do, and I don't know if it's smart to do. Seeing as, like, it kind of ties into OBS and YouTube. Yep. And so I can also, once again, without touching my mouse, I can switch scenes again. But yeah, it's it takes a minute to switch, which yeah, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, let's go with it. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, that works. Yeah, so I'm here to have a silly time. I was thinking about, like, other other games or activities, and I think I'll actually do stuff tomorrow. But I plan on just like talking and kind of going improv, whatever comes to mind. And let's get my arm away from my face. How about that? Yeah. There we go. Back to the sexy cool pose. Yeah. All right. So the gun's in a good placement, but if I'm not gripping my hand or letting the hand go default, it starts looking a little wonky if I have my hands open at all. But yeah, I can just turn it off as well. There we go. No gun. No gun. I can finger gun though. Finger guns. But yeah, so while out walking today, I saw no less than 3 cars showing off either how strong and loud the engine on their car is, or how badly damaged their muffler is. In either case, like one of them stopped to look at me before peeling off, and no, I don't know who they're trying to impress. Like random guy walking with his headphones in. It's not like it's warm enough to wear like gym clothes or anything. So it's like I'm dressed up like anybody else, wearing a jacket and all that. So they may just be like harassing anybody they can find, but let them have their fun. I'll have mine. I'm just glad I can go outside. Yeah. Let's see what else comes to mind on what did I do today. I did make a chicken salad for lunch. Just like something simple. It was like one of those bag salad mixes. I made like a wedge salad and chopped up chicken to go on top of it, and has the blue cheese dressing. It was really good. I've definitely had that before, and it's kind of a staple in what I make at home for easy meals. But that one beats going out. Not that it's going to stop me from going out when I don't have the stuff. Those bag salads only stay good for like 3-4 days tops. So it's not like I could stock up on them. Let's see here. Yeah, I should probably have a pose loaded that has my arms down. Oh well, we'll cross that bridge later. Yeah, so now that I'm like thinking about beaches and thinking about Pokemon at the same time, it just goes like kind of maybe like I don't know. I think like the 3DS Pokemon are kind of like the least accessible ones right now, actually. Well, let's see. Yeah, I suppose the DS ones, unless you're looking at emulation, might be a little rough as well. Anything from the DS upward. But I was just thinking about like Pokemon and Sun and Moon being like Pokemon Hawaii, so you've got all of the trappings of being a tropical location. I did see some people talking. I haven't checked out the news yet, other than that on Pokemon Day they had a live stream that they showed off, all of the upcoming Pokemon stuff, including the newest gen. I'll probably do the same thing I did with Scarlet and Violet, which is not look at anything at all until it comes out. Yeah, sometimes that's hard to do, but I am also not somebody who is like chronically online. I have a Twitter account for lurking, which may end up getting used for this channel. I have a Twitch channel, once again for lurking. I've had this YouTube channel, have two YouTube channels, but yeah, this one is I'm still deciding whether whether I want this to be the lasting channel, or if I'm just going to like debut on a otherwise unused channel. I think that there are some cons that go with that, namely that YouTube doesn't trust you. Like I will say, like when I uploaded a video the other day, it if I wasn't willing to, you know, give them video of my face or a picture of my photo ID, they more or less want you to have semi-regular YouTube stuff for about up to 2 months before they'll consider you like a trusted channel. Which yeah, like I don't know. I think that asking for ID on a digital platform is something that I don't really gel with. It's I've been around since like the internet was like fully anonymous, like in the 90s, where like nobody was attached to their real life online whatsoever. Like, you know, everybody would be on chat rooms, forums, what have you. Like, this is pre-Facebook, pre-MySpace, just like forums for different topics. I remember having one friend who was he was in like 5th, 6th grade, and he spent a lot of time on on the forums. He was the most online guy I knew at the time, and honestly, I have not seen him since high school. And even then, like, we weren't friends. We were not friends by the end there. But I just think, like, I think that having a picture of your ID or a picture of your face doesn't make you any more valid as far as being on a streaming platform like this. I mean, like, I could probably, like, with enough work, I could create a passable ID if I were if I were trying hard, especially with AI. AI probably makes that a lot easier. And if whole fake people can be on Facebook and stuff, I don't really believe that like a 6-second video of your face is going to mean much. If you know what I mean. Like I can get into a program and make a 3D model like this, you know, just using some basic tools. Granted, it's kind of modular and there's a lot of stuff that's just pre-made that makes it easy, but I'm just thinking, like, if you've got an AI with infinite time and human direction, you can fabricate a person. I'm sure you can. You can fabricate a person and their photo ID. Here, let me have a sip of my drink. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Yeah. But yeah, like, I also talked about Bakano the other day, and I really do kind of have the itch to see it again, or to check out the light novels. Like, I think, seeing as I haven't like watched it since 2010, so like 16 years. I think that reading the novels from the start would actually be pretty good. That's something that like I've kind of struggled with, because a lot of times I can start reading from the beginning, but if it's a series that I've already watched, then I guess it depends on how well translated or localized it is, how fun it is to read, whether it would be something that I find to be a drag, or if it's good. I think that there's just been enough distance from watching Bakudo that I only remember like the largest bits of the plot as far as what happens. I feel like it wouldn't be me rehashing what I've watched, not in a belittling sense, but it's that oftentimes if I read something that is based on something I've already watched, it is not different enough. A key example of this is recently I've been trying to read, and I kind of got stopped by kind of finding it a little dull to read Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I really liked the anime for that one, and I read the first 2 volumes quite a while ago, and picked up the 3rd recently, and it just the writing in it doesn't feel fun or exciting. Like, you know, you kind of need one or the other. I guess, and when it's something you've already watched, you're missing out on the 3rd possibility, which is that it's intriguing and you want to know more. So, like, I think that going back to a series that I liked but haven't seen for a long time has a lot of potential. Yeah. It's like I think that I'm almost more willing to start reading that than rewatch the anime. Yeah. Speaking of revisiting the beach, things I haven't seen for a long time, I did actually try to get the re-release of Chrono Cross working, because that game takes place in an entirely island and tropical setting, and it's an okay game on its own, but when it's being treated as the sequel to Chrono Trigger, it really gets a lot more scrutiny, unfortunately, and I just don't think that it's as good, and it kind of like, shall we say, disrespects fans of Chrono Trigger in several places pretty badly. But you know, back in the day, when I talked about having like RPG weekends with a friend, that is like the quintessential like first game that we did, and no, I still remember that fondly, and we even had like I had a second friend who he knew the game. He wasn't playing with us, but we talked to him about it, and so we got to the end of the game, and we were missing the title item, the Chrono Cross, and we're like so we're like in the final dungeon without it, and we're talking to our friend, and he's like, "What do you mean you don't have that? It's like absolutely essential." And it's like, it's missable. I guess it's missable. Have to go find it somewhere. But in any case, I tried to get it to record in a few different ways in OBS, and the only difference I was getting in different capture methods was whether it was showing up as a white screen or a black screen. In either case, I couldn't really get it to work. And I was already going to go into that with like a large pile of salt, because the reviews more or less all said that it was very unstable, and that people on modern computers were having trouble running it. And this re-release was in 2022, so like that's awfully recent to be having that type of stability problem. Hardware hasn't changed that much. I mean, let's see. Not sure when Windows 11 came out, but that would be the only thing that I can really think of that would be a significant change. Hmm. Yeah, so I thought about doing that tomorrow, and yeah, that idea is kind of shot. But I do have something else lined up that I think will be enjoyable. It's pretty chill. I've never played it, never touched it, but it looks like it could be fun and type of game I'd enjoy, and definitely fits the theme of being on a beach. Yeah. I did talk to another friend, and they want to spend some time, online with me because we don't live near each other, and so we're kind of looking at some stuff to do, and of course we like to watch anime and stuff. We used to watch seasonal anime week to week, even as recently as like 2-3 years ago. Now I kind of don't get to watch anime enough. VTubers kind of filled that time. Yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, depends on what you enjoy. I feel like VTubers are anime adjacent, and that there's some fun in interacting there, where it's more living and breathing than watching a show. Granted, you're not going to get the same type of like stories, or like I say you're not going to get like crazy characters and stuff, but that is pretty much not true if you look at the landscape of VTubers. Oh man. So let's see. I think I already lost that train of thought, but moving on. Oh yeah. It was games, it was VTubers, it was watching anime, and it was a friend who wanted to hang out virtually. I was thinking about getting a VR headset, but I'm more or less going to hold out for the Steam frame. So I mean, we could do like VR chat and stuff, but I think we're more likely to watch shows together, or play and watch one-player games, One Direction, or like I've never really done it, but could get into some friend slop games. That Super Battle Golf looks fun. I haven't seen it in action, but just like looking at the Steam page, it looks fun. And that it's something that it could be more than one friend involved. Let's drink. Let's look how odd that is. Oh yeah. Can we do finger guns? Let's see. I did move my camera a little bit, so figuring out I may be standing at a better spot now. Yeah. So games with friends. I did see a few people playing Yap Yap. That looked fun too. Definitely in the repo sense. I don't know if the people that I friends with are necessarily good fellow mountain climbers for Peak, but that could be fun too. Like just in general, I am a lot more on board with co-op games than I am with competitive games. So, but I mean, like arcade games, yeah, that's fun, cool, everything. Like if you throw me at a Mario Party or something, then yeah, I'm not going to get bent out of shape over it, but you know, I'll play, I'll compete, but I don't know, I don't have the drive or the thrill to win. um, yeah, like even with games that could be like PvP, like any of your map games, the 4X games like Civilization or anything that is even similar to that. Yeah, I'll prefer to play by myself, play with computers, or you know, but like not for lack of socializing. I mean, like if I could be there with people and do it, it's a great time to talk about how to run a country or how to wage a war. It's kind of fun, actually a lot of fun. I do have a friend who he levels challenges against me for Age of Wonders 4. That like he'll make like a declaration like I'm not allowed to make any evil decisions, or that he gets to choose my race's perks, which may or may not be a good thing. Like some things I could definitely like learn to work with, but I definitely have a preferred playing style on those things. Yeah, but I do need to do laundry. I do need to wash my dishes, and I do need to get an oil change on my car. Yeah, and then prepare another car for sale. Yeah, which may or may not go into the vtuber. No. No, that's not how that's gonna go. That's going to go towards going back to school. Going back to school. I do need to go back to school, and still deciding on what I want to do, because at this point, the degree doesn't matter. I already have like much of a minor good ways towards a major, but I don't necessarily want to graduate with that now. But it could almost certainly be a complete minor. Right now, like as far as like things I'm interested in doing, I might actually do studio art or digital art. Like I like doing those things, but I never set aside the time to do them. So if I have some way to or something that is compelling me to do something that I enjoy, well, you know, that's a win-win. And if it's something that I can do while streaming, that is a win-win-win. You know, this is something that I've really wanted to do for a while, and you know, upgrading my phone was a time to switch to an iPhone, and that was also the time to really start going in on this. Like realistically, like you know, I think that I just want to be more social, have fun, and it's for somebody who lives by themselves and doesn't really have activities outside of work. I think that I can enjoy being in an online space. I already do in some of the communities, but like if I could be not necessarily face to face, but with people that I can talk to or cooperate with, or just, you know, like enjoy time together, then I think that can only mean good things. I think one thing that is bothering me a little bit is that, granted, I had it before I went seriously on the plans for streaming. I do have the Black Shark 2 headset from Razer, and from what I could tell, it's like technically excellent, and that it is, as far as headsets go, the kind of like the preferred one for streaming. Now, it's what I'm using right now, and at least in some of the recordings that I've done so far, the audio clarity doesn't sound as good as it should. I do have an Elgato Wave 3 for like seated positions, but I do plan on, you know, moving around a bit. I like moving around. I'm not sitting. I'm not at a desk right now. I am standing up and moving around. So the headset would be, I would like it to be great. And I don't know if I need to play with my Razer settings, or if there's some sound settings on my computer, or if I need to be like feeding my audio through a mixer of some kind. I tried doing that with the Elgato software, and that just like wanted to kill my headset entirely. It didn't want to use it. So by deleting that, I'm able to use both, though I'm not able to use Elgato's mixer. I'm not sure how much of a loss that is. I'm still doing my research. Still working on how to do the streams better. And let me check something. I'm gonna see if I can throw things at myself. Let's see. Just one moment. Yeah, I'm gonna say that didn't go. Yeah, that didn't really play. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, this is the neutral position. Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, that looks good, without having my arm being mostly stuck behind my head or in the way of my face. But yeah, I do want to figure out if I can do anything to track my body moving. You know, like I know that I can look into trackers and all that, but that's down the road. That's not necessarily something I need to get into right now. Yeah, my mic will turn off for it, but yeah, I think I really liked how doing my starting soon and other screens turned out. I do need to look into doing transitions. Can you tell that I'm talking a lot about, well, in a way, it's kind of like a time capsule if I look back on, you know, what my thoughts are at any given time at trying to learn to operate all of this streaming stuff. I think that just seeing how it works with my keyboard, the hotkeys for using both OBS and for Warudo are very cool. And so I am looking forward to the Stream Deck showing up in the mail tomorrow and getting to play around with that. I feel like it's effectively adding 18 extra buttons, 18 extra custom buttons on a device that's separate from your keyboard. So as somebody who has like a setup on his desk over there, and of course likes to just dance around in the living room like this, I feel like depending on the cord length, or if I don't think it's wireless. Pretty sure it's corded. I should be able to run that into the living room and have buttons maybe a little more accessible than my keyboard. Also have an HDMI splitter coming, so I think that it will let me. I think for the immediate future, I'm going to be looking at what I can do seated. I think that while seated, either in my living room or at my desk, I will be able to use the Elgato mic instead of the headset, and maybe that's going to be. I think it's going to be better audio quality. I do need to do like some personal testing on that. I don't know that I necessarily have the best ear for it, but I can hear the inadequacies in how the headset sounds. So I think that that's going to be part of my homework for myself, is to look at what I can do with Razer, and then maybe even before that, hit up Reddit or anywhere else online where people might talk about how to improve the quality of the sound with their headset. Now I know in OBS I can do different filters and stuff through plugins. I don't know if that's necessarily the answer. I'd rather sound clearer rather than muffle it further. Let's see. Yeah, just got the hand on the chin, seeing how well I can do that. Oh yeah. Well, I kind of want to just show it off for a little bit. I don't necessarily need to go anywhere, but just practicing with switching around my scenes, and I do want to show this one off a little bit. So yeah, take 5. I could always like do some different dances and stuff. And speaking of different dances, one of the things that I also want to look at is importing animation warm. It's warm now. I mean, you're not gonna convince me otherwise, right? Right? I don't know. It's kind of binary. I can blink. I can't really squint at you, but what I can do is this. No, that's sad. Let's not be sad. Let's be intense about it. This is the beach. This is the summer. This is like this will be our last summer before we graduate. I mean, if we don't do it now, are you just gonna leave me here? It's now or never. Like we've got to find the babes. We've got to tell them how we feel. Otherwise we've wasted our last summer. What? What? What do you... You mean me? Bro? I don't know what to say. Ooh, do you like how my teeth go through my neck? Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. But you know, like, I think that pose is kind of for, at least for me, it's kind of for thumbnails and memeing, which are kind of the same thing, really. I do like playing around with that. Interestingly enough, there was a game, I won't tell you what it is because it is a less reputable game, but it did have like a very similar 3D and character building tools to Vroid Studio and Warudo, and it feels weird that like it should be like entirely foreign to me going into these new programs, but I feel like I already am onboarded somewhat. That and even then, like as far as like meme creation and potential, I still think that there's another like studio out there that might be a little better than more flexible than Warudo is for that. I will see about trying to let you, and by you I mean Honey Hachiman, throw all sorts of animals and stuff or stickers at me. Just set it up that that'll have the framework for using the YouTube functions. So those ones being the exclamation point word to do things in the chat. See it with Dr. Nova that she has the throw a fish action in her chat all the time. Shy Fruits on her concert, she has like 5 or 6 different chat options for effects on the screen when she does karaoke. I think that those are pretty neat tools that I'm going to get some good use out of, and like I said, I'm gonna have fun. And you know, it's been about a week since I've been turning on the camera and playing around whether or not it's successfully streaming to YouTube. And strange as it is, how basic as this is, I'm already starting to feel at home with this model. That's really weird because like you know, I've got the I've already taken the first few steps to getting a more unique and cooler model. But I feel like this model is going to like live rent free in my models folder as like a memory for me, or like it maybe in really odd ways or times that I could just like pull it out of retirement. Because like there are ways to have like two models on screen and only track for one of them. So like I think that there's some like Weekend at Bernie's shenanigans that are definitely doable. That, or like being a puppet. Yeah, but man, I swear I am not grabbing my crotch. I am really not doing that. I am holding a glass in one hand and kind of holding it in front of me, and I'm swinging my other arm around, which may or may not pick up at any given time. Speaking of, like, you know, I do like the hand tracking, and it works well enough. I just wonder if I can do better, because I intentionally got a bad webcam, because the advice was that the streaming software in Warudo are not necessarily going to work well for hand tracking with like a 4K 60 camera. Like they said, like do like a 1080p camera. The one I got was a 720. I think I really need to just like go like, you all, what camera should I get? Not what specs, but what camera. I held the glass between my phone and myself. I think it's fun how it interprets my hand at different places when I drink. Because that time I put my hand through my... That time, there we go. Yes, that time I put my hand through my head. Let's see. So, let's groove. Yeah. So I was reading a little more about copyright as well, because, you know, that's one of the things that, like, I always hear about it from streamers and stuff, that they have to be careful with singing copyrighted music. And from what I've read, like with YouTube agreements and monetization, it's like unless you're outright like just playing music out of context and not contributing anything of your own to it, like say if I played like a full song of another artist, and like all I'm doing is like talking over it, and not about the music, just like talking about something else. I think that's where you start getting into trouble territory. But even making your own like arrangements, or like where you've created every part of it, there is still room for claims on it. Not necessarily that it's kind of like really tricky stuff to read, because like no answer seems to be set in stone, and there's a lot of gray space in and out of favor with streamers. So like I think that like video games more or less get a free pass because playing them is free advertising. I don't think that like the music industry necessarily plays the same game. so to speak. That they're a little more protective with their properties. I've also read about that YouTube does have like a blanket agreement with like a large number of Japanese producers. So like I think that there is a lot more stability in, or rather less risk of copyright damages by singing Japanese. Now, what that means as far as like anime openings and stuff, that seems a little less certain, requires more research. And I will say, I do not think that I'm a strong singer, but I do think it's fun, and I do think that enthusiasm can go a long way. On top of liberal use of reverb, I think that if I do enough like editing, that I can even make my voice work for punk rock, or like I feel like Owl City kind of works for me. But like yeah, definitely somebody who like grew up and still enjoys like pop punk, like Blink-182, Sum 41, recently gotten into Phoenix TX and Simple Plan. But yeah, it's I feel like that's kind of a type of music that you may have to correct me, or like please share with me if you've got current artists that are even similar. I don't listen to the radio. I don't have cable TV, so I'm not watching MTV or anything. So like the only way I'm gonna hear new music is if somebody tells me about it or I seek it out, which doesn't happen. I have Apple Music, but I don't use its recommendations. It is solely a vehicle for me to make playlists, save playlists, because like there are places I go that have abysmal to no internet connection. Even though my phone will say 5Gs, it'll have like 0 bars. So take that for what you will. But yeah, Apple Music and YouTube Premium. I mean, if you need offline listening or what have you, then I think that those are some of the better official outlets out there. At least anecdotally speaking, they've been good. Yeah, so like I'm kind of curious what happens if I turn my back, because when I was originally looking at doing this, I was fairly interested in full body tracking, and as I played around with this, I think that the upper body tracking, that being the head and hands, is pretty good and is a good way to start. I would like to get into full body tracking eventually, and like maybe not for a while yet, but actually this may be worth considering, is if I got a camera that was meant for, no, that doesn't work. I was thinking that I could get a webcam that would function for being a hand cam as well, but like I think a hand cam, you do want those like 4K 60 cameras, which allegedly does not work well for hand tracking. I did look at what used to be, and I guess still is, the preferred accessible hand tracker, which is the Leap Motion, and some sort of like music tech company bought it and now they're no longer in production. And as far as I've seen on like eBay and stuff, they're like a 300% markup. So that's not going to happen. I think I'll wait for camera hand tracking to get better, or if like I know that the VR headsets, they are supposed to do reasonably well with hand tracking, especially if you get the gloves, like the glove type, which that's like not in box with like any of the headsets. That is definitely an expensive peripheral. I've seen it on the Warudo Discord that yeah, those can range anywhere from like 500 to thousands of dollars, which as much as I think it would be cool, I'm not ready to go that deep. I'd want to see if I gain any traction whatsoever before like investing more than I already planned to. But you know, even by myself, I am enjoying it, and I think that each time I decide to press the start streaming button, that I have done something to improve in some way. Like I think today is pretty big in working out how to effectively do some macros in Warudo, how to do hotkeys in OBS, and spending some time like making the videos for my start, be right back, and end stream screens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you on the be right back for a bit, and while I refill my drink, and we'll catch up afterwards. But once again, I'm still talking to myself. I'm just not going to be talking to myself while I'm getting a drink, alright? I'm looking at you, don't do it. Hello, me! I have returned! I've returned with water, because after drinking some whiskey and soda, I should drink water. Yeah, so I was just thinking about how earlier today, like, I was of course on the Shy Fruits Discord, and got into talking with somebody over recommendations for Dragon Ball Z video games, and then of course got into conversations about Dragon Ball in general, which I kind of have like polarized feelings about Dragon Ball. I read the manga for Dragon Ball all the way up until where the Z anime started. I don't think that the manga makes a distinction. But in any case, like, I really enjoyed Dragon Ball. It was a lot of fun, and you could tell that Akira Toriyama really really knew how to have fun with his characters, and knew how to write a good adventure story. I am not enthusiastic about Dragon Ball Z, where it turned into like full battle shonen. Like everything in it is a vehicle to the next duel, the next duel against the power creeping enemy. But like, don't get me wrong, like it does have some cool stuff. But I did watch the show on Toonami in the 90s, and it is a crawl to watch some of those fight scenes week to week. that you'll have the let's get those arms get that going for weeks on end before maybe they throw a few punches. But like even if it were fast paced, like it's not my style. I like things to be a little more fun, or to have more to it than like how to beat the strong guy by being strong and using your strength. I feel like I crave a little bit more than that. I guess that even like shows like Bleach or Naruto, the contemporaries, One Piece for sure. I think One Piece is a little more flexible, but like Bleach and Naruto, like everybody kind of falls into the same power structures that maybe like even if the characters have like unique abilities and stuff, that they all follow kind of the same rules. So like in Bleach, like everybody who has Zanpakuto is going to have the whatever the Zanpakuto, the Shikai, and then the Bankai. Yeah. Granted, I never got past Huecamundo, so like definitely got to see the Arrancar in most of their glory. I liked Bleach. I was an edgy teenager who liked Bleach. That was my show. But I ended up reading the Naruto manga, and I've like I've dabbled in One Piece from time to time. I'll go back to it and read more. But I feel like One Piece One Piece does a really good job of having like characters with a power like kind of embody one thing, and that they have like a lot of versatility in how they use that one thing. I guess you could say the same thing about like some of the powers in Naruto and Bleach, but like I guess One Piece just has like a never-ending feeling of fun. The author never feels like he's run out of ideas or gotten bored, as far as I've read, which is like astounding for how long it's gone on. Like I think that like a lot of creators that they might get fatigue from doing the same thing for too long, but no, Oda seems to have like been a marathon man. He is done many years of One Piece, and as of this moment, I'm not privy to the ending of One Piece. I don't think it has ended yet, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, I follow a few people who are One Piece fanatics, and now I'm reminded of like somebody who hate watched One Piece, and then he rewatched it, all because he wanted to tell somebody that One Piece sucks and how it sucks. I don't know how successful he was, but that is some commitment. That is some commitment to disliking somebody. and it's not like he ever struck me as a particularly vengeful person either. In fact, he was like, he liked a lot of anime. He was somebody I could talk to season about stuff. And but just very specifically One Piece. One Piece was like his outlet for whatever was wrong with him. I mean, like we all might have some darkness somewhere, and I guess that was his. Is that he was fully committed to disliking One Piece, in spite of all of the effort it took to engage with it. No, I've never felt bad for spending time reading One Piece though. I guess like as far as I've read, I haven't gotten to where the anime gets the good animation. So like I was thinking that I might read up till that point. I don't know when that point is. I'm like 200 and some chapters in, but yeah, I don't know when the anime with a budget starts. Yeah, like I will say that in my peak, like, and this was during the Huecamundo arc of Bleach. It's like I was reading the manga week to week, which I cannot I cannot recommend doing that. Like looking back, I can't think of like a more miserable way to drip feed a show to yourself. Like take a break, come back, enjoy it where you're not starting and finishing in like a couple minutes each week. Like I feel like you might enjoy it more if you could sink your teeth into it a little bit. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll ever go back to Bleach. Like I did try not necessarily rewatching it, but having it on in the background while I was working, so I wouldn't fully call it a rewatch. But it was enough to remind me that my opinion is more or less the same. That I had the most fun in the first season. Like a lot of stuff after that was cool and stuff, but I really like the whole like Monster of the Week type structure. It's I don't know what that says about me, that like when these shonen start getting like the longer plot lines, that my interest kind of drops off. I guess because I guess it's the same way as Dragon Ball Z then, where like when you start getting into drawn out fights, or where the show is entirely about duels, that I start finding the show less interesting. Like it can be cool and stuff, but it's not necessarily as interesting or fun. But then again, like I don't have that edge anymore. That I'm kind of flexible on a lot of things. That I've kind of I kind of go with the flow. That I don't let a lot of things get to me. I'm a lot more comfortable in my own skin than I used to be. I was an anxious boy. Like, ridiculously anxious to the point of, paralysis. But now I just kind of let things go, other than being open with my feelings or interests with, family and stuff. Like, I think that I'm still happy to keep that at arm's reach. And just looking, I'm going to wave at no one in particular, but should family ever encounter me on the internet, I think the best thing that you could do is not tell me about it, and that the second best thing that you could do is not judge me. Probably some combination of the two. Don't feel like you have to confront me or anything. I'm having fun, and if you could accept that, that's all that matters. Yeah. But I still get away from where my mouth gets tracked. I think that the people who are on vacation are going to be getting back from vacation, so I'll have them to talk with about their adventures. Like my parents, they have very limited phone connection, being on a cruise ship and stuff. So, like, I have a feeling that they're going to have like a mountain of pictures and maybe videos, but definitely a lot of stories to tell about it. And I'm really happy for them. And like, that one's kind of a surprise, but they have like a big anniversary cruise ship coming up later in the year. This one wasn't supposed to be the two of them, but I'm glad that they did. I think that I'll have to consider what I should do to treat myself, because I mean, like, I'm more than happy being nose to the grindstone and doing what I have to, and kind of finding a new hobby. This is a hobby, 100%. This is a hobby. I'd like it to be more than a hobby, but that's not up to me. That's not up to me. But I am doing what I can to make being a stable. Not necessarily. I don't need to be famous or like let's get that air quotes, successful. I just need to have enough people that I can engage with to have fun. And if that's you, and I'm still looking at you, Honey Hachiman, you need to be having fun too. I'm looking forward to it, and at this moment in time, if I'm looking back, at this moment in time, I am still very much enjoying each thing that I learn how to do, or each thing that I'm doing that makes this a little bit better. I even like think about what it would look like to look at the me of last week, let alone looking at me from the future. But looking at me last week, I'm probably going to see somebody who is not very maybe expressive, but I do know that I had a problem with completing thoughts, and that still does happen. That I will be thinking more and jump to something else before I complete what I was originally talking about. And I think that that happens to me in a professional setting as well. So if anything, this is also good practice in interpersonal communication, even if that interpersonal communication is with me. Well, I think I've rambled on for long enough. I see phone battery is at about 30-ish%. Along with the three things that are coming in tomorrow are the Stream Deck, the HDMI splitter, and a phone stand that will both keep my phone in a stable position, but also have the charger port open for running a charger to it while it's on. So looking forward to that too. I definitely don't think I've reached 2 hours, and this is just going off of hearsay, but the last time I watched newer streamers, they were at least under the impression that they needed their streams to be less than 2 hours for the first 2 weeks, which I don't think I'm brushing up against that, and I am getting on top of expressing my thoughts more clearly. I am also I'm also getting more comfortable for speaking for a longer period of time, and that's going to be great. Yeah. And I think by next time I will have the stickers and have the thrown objects blueprints ironed out, and we'll practice throwing things at me. Also I have a beach game lined up for tomorrow. And also I've got a few demos that have may have come out of the Next Fest. In any case, they were on the Steam new releases that I'm interested in checking out. But yeah, it's still the weekend tomorrow, and I feel like I've still got new equipment, new things to learn, and I will say that I will get her name correct. I believe I'm correct this time, that her name is Kana Fuyuko, and she has been excellent for having a giant playlist of Warudo specific tutorials. So I'm eating, I'm watching, I'm messing around on my phone, and I'm watching. And every time something catches my eye, I'm opening up Wordo and trying it out. So yeah, I think that other things to look at are things that I can do with probably OBS and not Wordo. That being like putting a chat on screen, maybe putting a clock, maybe. We'll figure out what I want to have on screen. As it is right now, I'm nice and happy being in the middle of the screen, but I've got a lot of unused real estate. Catch my hand. Yeah, I've got a lot of unused real estate on both sides. But if I can get the chat controlled thrown objects and whatnot working, then that means that it's pretty much a copy and paste away from doing memberships, follows, super chats, stickers, any of that. It'll all work the same. But once again, that's a bridge down the road, through a forest, over a mountain. There's a lot of hurdles, and that's me just laying the foundation, trying to make everything work. And I think that I did mention it before that I should at least for the time being have some cue cards or something. and anything that's going to be just like a prompt for talking, because if I'm just trying to like stream words and thoughts as they come out of my mouth, I am I'm gonna run dry, run dry, or I'm gonna stall, or I'm gonna stop and think. When I go back and watch this, I'm sure that's going to be at least apparent to me, if not apparent to anyone else who might look at it. But hey, if I can be my own harshest critic, then that's probably not a good thing. Not a good thing. I don't need to be judgmental of myself. If anything, I'm doing well. I think I'm doing well, and that each time I do this, I am getting more comfortable, and it's getting better. So let's go and take a look at that ending stream scene. But before that, wrong. Bye 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 bye.